Alright guys, and welcome back to Sonic 06, and today we're taking on Shadow's last mission, which is Dusty Desert. Now, to be honest, Dusty Desert isn't exactly that bad, but it does have one or two parts that do end up getting on my nerves. And with this mission, all we gotta do is destroy these Iblis monsters, and to be honest, I did die here, mainly because, of course, the homing attack had to go awry. And what ended up happening was, I was trying to fight this Iblis monster, actually. And, I ended up flying right off the edge, because for some reason Shadow decided not to attack the monster whenever I was right near him. And instead, it just flew right off into the water. But yeah, you want to be careful here, because if you homing attack in the wrong direction, you're most likely going to fly off into the water, and yes, you will lose a life. Even though you are in the hub world, you will still lose a life. Which luckily, I have 12. Oh god. Yeah, you see, this is the mission I was talking about in the last episode, where you had to kill the Iblis enemies. But, yeah, this is the one I was talking about. This is what I got confused on. And I think we're almost done here. We just gotta move over to that area over there, and we should be alright. And, yeah, I'm not sure what I got for this mission. I think it was an A rank or a B rank. I'm pretty sure it isn't an S rank, because usually if you die, that causes your rank to go down. Ooh, I got lucky there. I was wondering, where the fuck did that bird go? Then I remember, oh, right. Oh, God. And then it just kind of pops up over there. I don't know. Honestly, I don't care at this point. I just want to get this stupid game over with. Yeah, this... I don't really mind co-com. I don't really mind doing post-com. But for a game like this, it really just doesn't. I really can't say anything interesting, because it's nothing interesting. This is stuff we've already seen before. It's just a little bit more meatier, I guess you could say. Oh god. Thank you, Lord Regis. Or thank you, Shadow. And yeah, we had to do that in order to get into the gate that led to Dusty Desert. And what I get? Oh, I got a B rank. Yeah, that's probably because I died. And probably because I took too long as well. And, yep, now we can finally begin the last part of Shadow's story.
Mephiles appears to have headed for those ruins. He's probably looking for the Chaos Emerald that's supposed to be there.
There's no doubt in my mind. His movement shows he's seeking any Chaos Emerald he can find. Supposedly, he needs one in order to join with Iblis again.
I will seal him before that.
Alright, now this part you want to be pretty careful on, because really it is easy to tip over in this little section right here. Basically you have to go through these pillars, go through the center of these two pillars, and each time will open up a new, or will cause a new set of pillars to rise. You gotta keep doing this until you reach the entrance to the level. And the biggest problem is that sometimes if you're going too fast over these hills, you will end up flying off, and you will tip over, and usually that will mean instant death, because the sand right here is, in fact, still instant death if you step out of the vehicle. I mean, it's kind of pretty to look at, but it's nothing really interesting that we haven't seen before. I mean, I don't know. I still consider the Kingdom Valley one to be the better ones out of this, because it was a bit more to look at rather than just... Actually, this does remind me a lot of the Kingdom Valley version. Now that I think about it, it's pretty much just replacing the water with sand. And that also can be annoying is when you miss one and you have to like stop and go back around. It gets really annoying. Oh boy. But oh, I hate this one so much. And you know why? It's mainly because of the fact that you have to go all the way around, and also, yes, I do die here because I was actually seeing if I could go up, like, over here and take, like, a shortcut because this thing was left over. But apparently I can't because this will just lead me to, I think, Sonic's version of this level. I was just kind of fucking around here. Then I was like, here, I was like, ah, screw it. I'm just kind of delaying the inevitable. And yes, you have to go back and do it all over again. And yes, I did show that because, I don't know. This was originally going to be a co-commentary episode, but unfortunately, some of my friends that I usually do co-commentary with are kind of busy with their own stuff. So I just decided to go ahead and do it myself. But it isn't really that hard, it's just you gotta be careful. Yeah, I just have nothing to say at this point because this is just stuff we've already seen. So I think we're actually close to... Oh yeah, be careful, because I think if this statue falls on you, you will die. Also, is that enemy holding up the statue? Because it looks like it. Oh, good thing I got that on the first try this time. Oh god. Ah, here comes the part where I died. Jesus Christ. I think it's possible that you can actually jump over it, but if you don't make it, you're probably gonna die. Also, I remember here, I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die again, I'm gonna die. And then I was like, nah, just get out of there. Yeah, it isn't, like I said, it isn't really that tough, just gotta be careful. And actually, I think the entrance is pretty close. Yeah, there it is. I can see it over here, or over there. And once we pass through this one, we'll be good, set to go. Also, I wouldn't recommend using the speed panels for this section right here because really it's really slippery, and it is very easy to fall off the edge. Even with the wonky physics, it's still pretty slippery, or still pretty easy to fall off. So I would recommend not using that. And yes, you can't actually make those jumps without using the dash panels, because I actually do it in a little bit with the next version of that. Oh, this fucking room. I hate this room. And you wanna know why? Because of one jump you have to make in order to progress. I mean, great, there go my rings. Yeah, you see, this isn't really too tough until you get right here. Now, you see, you gotta try to jump on that little piece of stone over there. But the thing is that you don't know how far you're gonna go. You don't really get to it, but then you got a homing attack, and then it's almost impossible to jump up on the darn thing. I died in this room so many times. I died in here. I think by the time I end up actually succeeding, yeah, I was at 11 lives, and I had like, what, 13, 15 or something? I died quite a few times. Luckily, you guys won't have to see that. And basically what you gotta do is you gotta get up there to that enemy and destroy it, because it will end up opening the door. And I really, you see, I wouldn't have a big problem with these sand waves, if the stupid spike balls weren't in them. Why would anyone do that? I guess it's to make it more challenging, but it seems kind of cheap considering you can't really move when you're in the wave. So you can't really avoid it because you're constantly being pushed by the wave. And here I was like, oh, fuck yes. Finally made it. And now we're playing as Omega again. Yeah, just great. Just gotta kill these enemies in order to open a door. Luckily, we won't be having to do this anymore throughout the game once we finish this level. All they got left after this is a boss fight with Mephiles, and that will end off the Shadow story. Is this the room I was thinking about? Oh, yeah. This is the room I was thinking about. Basically here, you want to not do this. Because the thing is that, even... you're gonna have to destroy all these... I think they're called Iblis Wyverns or something. Iblis Flyers. And, you have to destroy all these to open the door, but since you can't see through that, you're pretty much screwed because you can't... because you can't see because your stupid door's in the way. And I think I end up dying here as well. Yeah, you see right here, because I didn't hover enough. Luckily, I cut back to here, so yeah, it would be fine. I just... and these two can be kind of annoying, but not too bad. So just use your charge shot and you'll be fine. I'm trying to remember if this was the room... No, this is not the room, I don't think. No. Because I know there was one room that kept pissing me off when it came to this game, and it is just... no, never again, Sega, please. Break. Break. Usually those should break pretty easily, but apparently I had to do three times. Also, this room is pretty damn annoying. All you really got to do, there's no switch to really push. All you got to do is destroy the enemies. However, it's a pretty damn big room, and you will probably have to go through these floors multiple times in order to find all the enemies to destroy. Not to mention, some of the enemies are actually behind these boxes, which they end up hitting you once you freaking once you break them. I mean, I could have seen how Gamma could have been a fun character to play as. I mean, he's just a big, giant robot. But the thing is that, like I said before, the guns in his gameplay lack impact. Like, they really don't sound powerful. They don't sound satisfying when you hit an enemy. It's just a generic punching sound. Even whenever you shoot enemies, it's just a generic punching sound. But I guess I was just them being a little cheap. They couldn't afford to get a better punching sound, or better shooting sound. But whatever. The game's out. Can't do anything about it. They most definitely won't patch this game at all. In fact, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but there was actually a Platinum Hits version of this game that apparently fixed some of the bugs, but it didn't really fix anything else, so it's pretty much still a bad game in and of itself. And here, I was kind of wandering around here like, where is that damn last enemy? And then oh, he didn't pop in. Yeah. Thanks, game. Thanks for the pop in. And once you do that, you should be able to... Oh, shit. I was actually panicking here because, yes, that sand blow is instant death. Camera. Work with me. Yeah, I believe the, yeah, it's over there. There we go. Good past me. Yeah, that can be kind of confusing, but like I said with the card section, it isn't that bad if you know where all the enemies are. Unfortunately, I didn't know where they all were. Oh god. And in case you're wondering why I sound kind of drained, it's because I just woke up. Like literally, I just woke up maybe about 10 minutes ago when I was recording this. I thought, you know what, I might as well go and record the last part of Shadow's story. Get that out of the way. That way I can move on to the final story, probably later on. Because usually I record at least 2 parts a day. At least 2 commentaries a day. But, oh god. I just kind of want to destroy that enemy to spite him. I think we're actually getting close to that section. Oh god, I hate this section too. Just the amount of crap that's flying at you. Luckily it ends quickly. And yeah, I'm not going to fly over there because it'll probably end up causing me to get hit and I will fall and lose everything. There we go. I'll give this level this. At least it is pretty different from Sonic and Silver's versions. It's fairly different in and of itself, so I will give it this. At least compared to most of the levels in Shadow's story, it's his own level. It's not just a copy and paste, basically. Well, some of it is copy and paste, but, you know, it's not all copy and paste. Oh, God. So many worms. Ugh, so many worms. Also, cheap shot game. Can't wait for the slowdown to be over. I really don't like the slowdown in this game. You would have thought having this game on the PS3 would make it run better, but apparently not. It actually has worse slowdown than the Xbox 360 version. Right, this part actually pissed me off, and I'll explain why in a second. But first what you gotta do is you gotta go over here and hit the switch to open up the door. And we'll be taking control of Shadow after this. So, yeah. Let's see. Is this... Yep, this is. Unfortunately. The biggest problem that I have with this stage, or this part of the stage, is that it comes at the very end. That one fucking jump at the very end with the pole. And the problem is that there's no enemy to home in. There's no enemy to home in on, and so it's pretty easy to end up slipping down that rock. And you'll do that numerous times. I did that about maybe 3 times. 3 or 4 times I remember, and I got really pissed off and frustrated. It actually got so bad I was thinking of just quitting the episode. Then I thought, oh, you know what, if I did that I wouldn't be able to finish the playthrough because I'd already saved and whatnot. And then again, I could have probably done that, but yeah, like I said before, don't bother jumping on the dash panels. They'll just send you right off the edge and it'll just piss you off to no end. Luckily, Shadow's homing attack is a lot longer than Sonic's, so you won't have too much trouble getting to these other... And you see right there, that's why I don't take them, because they will most likely send you almost right off the edge. And yes, I died here, but don't worry, there's a checkpoint right there. Oh god, I remember panicking there because I didn't want to fall off again. Because I only had 7 lives left. Now remind you, I had about 15 lives when I entered this place. I think it was 13 or 15. And I look at it, 7. Just let you know how weird this place can be on your lives. How much it can take a toll on them. Yeah, I'm just kind of destroying these enemies to spot them. And once we get past this this part right here, we'll be home free. Because the gold ring's right over here. There we go. Good. It is finally done. And what did I get? I got a C rank. Don't care.
Mephiles!
I was expecting you sooner. As you must know, you're already too late. But there's still time for you to change your mind. Join me, Shadow. Let us teach this world a lesson and rewrite the future.
Don't try to deceive me.
What?
You have no desire for revenge. You only crave destruction. Your only lust is to fuel Iblis until there is nothing left of time itself.
It's a pity, Shadow the Hedgehog. Truly a shame that you wish to go against me. I'll make sure you regret this, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Alright, so welcome to the second boss fight with Mephiles. Now, the difference here is that it's pretty much the same as in the first fight. But what he's end up going to do is going to summon these darkness titans, or these darkness giants, in a bit. And you're going to use those, you're going to attack those in order to build up your chaos meter. You see, you can't attack them normally. So you have to wait until these giants come up from the ground, and you'll be able to build up your chaos meter, and you'll be able to pull or force Mephiles from the ground, and you'll be able to attack him. And yes, the meter, his health does deplete pretty quickly as well, just like last time. And also, you gotta hit him in the eye, mouth, whatever that thing is. Because if you don't, you're more than likely gonna just get hit. Their hitboxes are a bit strange as well. See, at least with these, they build up your meter a bit faster. So really, you have to destroy about 5 of these in order to build up your entire meter. And also, they won't just do the ground pound. They'll actually have ones that you'll see later, but they'll have ones that actually fire lasers like that. And it's not that tough to dodge them. You just got to be careful. Because you'll actually have multiple of these guys coming out for you. And which can be helpful because you do need to build up your meter. See, I think I just have to get one more, and I'll be able to build up my meter to the maximum. Now, once you get Mephiles to a certain health percentage, or once his health bar depletes to a certain point, what we'll end up doing is sending out these clones, kind of creating a pathway for you to follow with your homing attack, or I believe it is also your Chaos Snap. However, I actually failed with that because what ended up happening was, for some reason, I couldn't figure out how to activate the Chaos Snap. You're supposed to, I think, do that in order to reach him, and for some reason, the homing attack wouldn't home in on on a lot of his freaking clones. So I ended up having to go back and defeat those giants again. You see, he'll do it here. And I will try to do this, but it just didn't work out for me. And you see, I just ended up dropping. I don't know why. It's really annoying. And honestly, it isn't a hard boss fight. It's just annoying because of this one little part. I don't know. Great, there go my rings. Actually, at this point, I don't think I realized that I had lost all my rings. And here I was just like, oh god, where's rings? Where's rings? I don't want to get hit and die. Oh god, and luckily there are some scattered around. And great, fucking Omega kicked one. Whatever. Drown in darkness. And luckily I do end up defeating him in this last little section. I just wish that there was a better way to build up your chaos meter, because defeating these giants over and over does get pretty tedious. It's either wait for them to shoot their laser or wait for them to pound the ground. That's pretty much all it equals out to. You just gotta wait. Wait. It's the waiting game. And yes, you do have multiple surrounding you, so it shouldn't take you that long to build up your meter this time, because you do have, like I said, multiple of these guys around you. And apparently Shadow can induce ice cream headaches. And I'm surprised that laser didn't kill that other Titan. I don't know. No! Actually, I think this is where the meter builds up to enough. Ah, no, still gotta destroy one more. Whatever. This will be the end for it. This is finally the end of Shadow's story after, what, 2 months of actually playing this game. All that we got left after this is the final story. And honestly, that wasn't... That went pretty well compared to how I did in the first time that I played that level. And yes, I'm trying to end up... Yeah, there we go. And you see, for some reason, I can't homing attack over and over. And then there we go. Got him.
I am forever. I am invincible.
Yes. Need to stay focused.
It's destroyed!
The Eye of Now absorbed your power through your shadow in the past. What may have worked 10 years ago no longer does. you cannot hope to stop me with your limited power.
So you say.
It's futile. The world will betray you. Why fight at all? Why risk your life for those who will persecute you later?
If the world chooses to become my enemy,